Hey guys, this is Aeonknight from the Altar of Storms.
And Valinet from the guild Resilience. I almost forgot our guild. That's how much we've been playing WoW at the moment.
So we've been a bit busy. I've gone on vacation a couple of times.
Yeah.
Graduated. I'm finally done. Got my degree in biology, so we're a little behind. Yeah, that's okay.
But even though we haven't been putting videos on the channel, we've been thinking about the channel. We've planned this series. We've planned another series that we're going to start making soon.
Yes, once everything gets in order, we'll be starting another series. But right now, we're going to start our first episode of Quests of Lore That Don't Bore.
Yep, with the focus on the Forsaken starting zone. That zone is called Tirisfal Glades. Yes,
so as some of you know, Blizz decided to revamp a lot of the starting zones because this is Cataclysm. The world has been shattered and people are recovering, and we're done with Wrath of the Lich King. So Undead have technically a new master.
Yep, and he is dormant because he's on the frozen throne. So Lady Sylvanas has taken charge and made a lot of changes, and she's using the Vikiro.
Yes,
that's how you pronounce it, I think. To resurrect the dead to increase their numbers, because the Worgen are fighting them now. The who else is fighting them? The Scarlet Crusade's fighting them. The undead that they're reviving are rebelling against them.
The Scourge at this point,
and the Scourge themselves too.
So, and technically the undead kind of have to prove themselves now, because after that betrayal that happened in Wrath of the Lich King
at the Wrathgate.
Yeah.
If you haven't done that quest, go watch that on YouTube.
Yeah,
do it.
that'll be one of our other quests that we're going to be showing.
We'll get there.
Quest lines. But right now, let's bring it to Tirisfal Glades.
So, as you've probably already seen, the opening cinematic, the awakening of your character, first level, first quest. First level goes by really fast. It's just basically introducing you to the race, showing you how they make zombies, making sure all your motor skills work by having you fight other zombies, making sure your verbal and intellectual skills still work by having you talk to other zombies.
Yeah, basically they're not... Well, they want to make sure that you're going to be a valuable member of the Forsaken.
Yeah, since they put the effort into
resurrecting
you.
Yeah.
So there's 3 NPCs in particular that you should take note of as you're doing these quests. They asked you to talk to 3 people: Marshal Redpath, Lillian Voss, and Valdred Moray. And they'll come into play later, so when you're doing the quests, just memorize their names, and when you see them again, you'll be like, oh my gosh, those were the guys from before! And then it'll be much cooler than, oh, who's this guy?
Yeah. Not like before, where it's like, you get sent to this person, don't really know why, but you are. Now there's actually a little more lore behind it. So we've actually want to commend Blizz for taking the time and effort to really put the effort to show, hey, we're changing this, and we're going to make it good. We're going to make it entertaining. We're going to make it tie in with the lore, not like before.
Yeah, they really made it more apparent to the player who isn't that interested in the lore that they're still getting some of it. So now you can watch our videos and get a little bit more out of it than doing it yourself, and hopefully in an abridged version.
Yeah, because I mean, back when I first met Valinet, like a lot of the stuff that we would be doing, like quest lines, and he would ask me intermittently, like, why is this happening, or what's the connection between this person and that person, and I would end up, telling him, because I've been playing since 2004, the release of... Actually, when it comes to World of Warcraft, yes, I've been playing since 2004, but I've actually been playing the whole game line from Blizzard.
The original Warcraft.
Yeah, orcs versus humans.
Yeah.
So...
Moving on, you're asked to move on to the next town and join forces with the Deathguard, who are the town cops, basically. They see you as a promising insert class here, whatever class you are.
Insert class here, I like that.
Pull the brackets. And he asks you to help clean up the town because they have so many bodies coming in from all the adjacent zones that they want to revive, that they're just piled up. So he asks you to go take Darnell, your buddy from Resurrection Camp.
Because basically at this point, the Forsaken are trying to increase their numbers. There's still huge numbers of Scourge out there, which are mindless, and well, not necessarily mindless, but they're not really being controlled.
Yeah, they don't have a strong leader.
Yeah, they're still swearing their allegiance to the Lich King, even though the Lich King is kind of well, not kind of. He's fallen, but there's a replacement.
Yeah.
Spoiler if you haven't done Wrath of the Lich King, sorry, but we've gone through it. we have an achievement video, so
yeah,
go check that out if you haven't seen that. That was actually quite fun.
Yeah, there's probably the cinematic on YouTube somewhere you can find of the actual slaying of Arthas.
Yeah, or if you want to stop by Dalaran in
Yep, if you can make the Dalaran,
you know, go ahead and check that out because it's still playing.
Yep,
it's still playing.
It's part of the game now.
Yeah,
they're not going to change it at least for a while.
Yeah.
All right, so continuing on, you're using. Let's see, they're using you to assist the Forsaken. So they're going to assess you and your skills, see where you can fit in. So they train you by attacking the skeletons and, you know, ghouls nearby and stuff.
Yeah, and then later on they send you on a quest to, I guess, prove to Lillian Voss she's actually dead.
Yeah, she doesn't believe it when you talk to her. So if you read the text with her, she doesn't believe she's dead, which is why you're showing her the mirror. Where most players should go through, they pick up the mirror, okay, and then walk back. No thought as to why. But I thought it was interesting, like, why does an undead need a mirror? It's like, why would they want to look at themselves?
Wouldn't it break?
Yeah.
Okay, well...
So then they send you to the next, what, probably Outpost, you could call it.
Yeah.
You know,
there's real no other name for it other than an outpost.
Yeah, so the guard at the next outpost wants to get you better armor, because he sees that you're a fighter or, you know, you're an adventurer type. So in order to make the armor, he asks you to get the resources, which is why you go and kill some wolves and bats and stuff.
Yeah, which is Blizzard kind of demonstrating to you later on when you go into professions, this is the kind of thing you're going to have to do. You're going to have to farm.
Yep, and a lot of kill quests, especially for the Horde.
Yes, which are fun. At least they're not poop quests.
Yep, you don't have to pick up any poop. Which brings us to the next kill quest. Yay! Spiders! I know a lot of you hate spiders, so this
I know I do. I know I do.
Yep. So these spiders in particular are in a gold mine, and since the height of the Lordaeron Empire in the Alliance days, the old Alliance days, not the current one.
Yeah.
Gold has been scarce, so they want the gold from the gold mine that the spiders are in. So that's why you're killing spiders. Yay! They tell you that, you know, after you kill a few of them, it'll take them a few weeks or months to fully clean out the mine, but, you know, you gave them a good head start.
Pretty much. I mean, kill quests are kill quests. You just reduce the numbers.
Yep. And then they respawn. So the next cat can do it.
Yes. So don't stand in there for a while and expect that you're gonna have
No, they're actually yellow mobs. They're yellow. They're neutral.
Uh-oh, man. Back in the day, they were red for me.
Yep. Even the level 1 stuff.
Yeah, you sat in there for too long, you're, like, dead.
Yeah. And I'm playing a warrior in this footage in the background here, and luckily we get Victory Rush at lower level now.
Yeah.
Like level 3 or something.
Too bad you can't get the glyph to heal you from the start. The boost the healing. So make it even more, you know,
it
useful.
does enough. It's, you know, a fourth of your HP or something at that low level without heirlooms. You're healing a lot, so it's good.
By the way, guys, we're not gonna limit ourselves by not using heirlooms, because I mean these are just characters we're making to do these leveling. I mean to do these quests.
Because our mains obviously can't go and do the starting zone again.
Yeah, especially Valinet's main, who's
blood elf.
Well, he's a blood elf, but also she's a blood elf. But other than that, Val's already done is working towards the Lore Master achievement, so he's already done a lot of the quests.
Yeah, I've probably done over 4,500 quests.
So you're going to be seeing alts that we just made up. So
Yep.
You
Just so we can show you the quests. I mean, obviously we'll develop some attachment to them, you know, because we played them for hours and hours to get you this footage and do these videos for you. But you know, it's not all of our efforts going into them to make them a 85 rating tune or whatever. Well, let's continue. More quests. Yay! After you clean out the gold mine, Darnell tells you that there's some alarming news. There's a whole bunch of rebelling reanimated people, and they're led by Marshal Redpath. You remember that guy from the beginning? He's back. So you need to help fight these rebels and kill the leader, Marshal Redpath.
And, it's not too difficult, but very interesting regardless. You're proving you're worth the Forsaken, so
yeah,
why
you're
not?
Helping out the cause of defending the land against these level 6s and level 7s. Level 5s,
because they're going to do so much damage.
Yeah. They're going to be so inconspicuous, they're just going to walk through the sewer, walk into the throne room, and just be like, Sylvanas, get the fuck out of here.
With their pitchforks and whatnot.
And torches.
And torches. Nothing scares undead more than fire.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're gonna cut it here, and we'll continue on in part 2. We're gonna continue on with the Forsaken questline, so please, if you like what you're seeing right now, subscribe. It'll get better, trust me, it'll get better.
Episode 1 is always shaky.
Yes, episode 1 is always shaky. So, for those of you who's followed us from the beginning or have joined us, recently, thank you. We appreciate your subscriptions and, watching our videos and rating them, commenting them. And by all means, if you want to see something else or know of a quest line that you want to check out and haven't seen before, leave it in the comments and we'll try to cover it.
Yeah, like say you've never been to the Arathi Highlands, which could happen. Some people have never gone there. Let us know and we'll try to make that work. If you know lore and notice we said something wrong, you can leave a comment, let us know, we'll fix it. Or, you want to add something, let the other viewers know, that's great. Let's, get more knowledge out there, more entertainment. Because I find it very addicting to, oh, what's next? Oh, what's more? I want to know more. Which is why I do the quests.
Yeah, because, they tell you right there if you read the text in the quest. So, alright guys, we'll see you on the next one.
Later!